The man who attacked Galahad in the taxi was Charlie Hesker, rejected Kingsman applicant turned back. We last saw him back at Richmond Valentine's HQ.
Good fucking spy!
Like everyone else there, Charlie had a security implant in his neck, a weakness we had no choice but to exploit.
Hey man, still fucking spectacular, eh? Come on guys, loosen up. We saved the world.
Yeah, unfortunately, Galahad also saved Charlie. When you electrocuted him, you damaged his implant. Instead of his head exploding, he only lost an arm and his vocal cords.
Fucker should be thanking me.
And now he's back for revenge?
We don't think so, sir. We believe he's been...
Says he lost an arm and his vocal cords. His vocal cords. Okay, the neck.
Been recruited by an unknown organization. Lancelot?
Got the police autopsy reports from Charlie's colleagues in the SUV. They're not just goons for hire. Fingerprints removed, teeth filed smooth. I did a face recognition. Nothing.
And that thing?
A cosmetic tattoo made of 24-karat gold. They all had them. Seems like we're looking at some kind of underworld organization.
The man who attacked Galahad in the taxi...
Look at his neck. Yeah. This movie dropped on 9/20. Yeah. The golden circle, like a ring. And the head villain's name is Poppy. And now on Tuesday.
Hello, Channel 4 viewers. My name is Poppy Adams, CEO of the Golden Circle. Sorry to interrupt you watching people collecting tiny crystals, but I have a message for the Kingsmen watching right now. I'm coming for you. Today marks the beginning of a new age. Say goodbye to the Kingsmen. Wait, I'm gonna show you.
Kind of got a bit of a save the world situation here. Welcome to Statesman.
As your American cousins, we'll be working side by side.
Let's get started.
Put him in a mincer.
If you save the world, you know what that means.
The golden circle.
As the virus enters the brain, very distressing to the victim and those around them. Stage 3. Paralysis. Muscles enter a state of catastrophic seizure, and once the muscles of the thorax become affected, breathing becomes impossible, leading to a very nasty death within 12 hours. But I have good news to the millions already affected. It doesn't have to be this way. I have an antidote.
Notice as she's holding up the antidote, she's throwing up the Baphomet symbol.
I have an antidote.
Well, actually, that's not the Baphomet symbol. That's the beast hands. And then there is the Baphomet symbol. As above, so below. She's pointing down with the left hand, 2 fingers up with the right hand. That's the Baphomet symbol. And then poses with it.
What have you done to me, you fucking bitch?
100% effective and ready to ship out worldwide at a moment's notice. You have my word. I will do this. If the following conditions are met.
Get out of my fucking room!
First, you agree to end the war on drugs once and for all. All classes of substance are legalized, paving the way to a new marketplace in which sales are regulated and taxed, as per alcohol. And second, my colleagues and I receive full legal immunity. Meet my terms, and I look forward to helping you keep our beloved country great, boosting our ailing economy, and easing spending on law enforcement. We continue this blinkered, outlawed, and frankly disastrous exercise in prohibition. And live with blood on your hands. Save lives. Legalize.
I told you that shit was no good for you.
Okay, go back. Now, I want to open up another one. This dude is live. Okay. Never mind that. Let's go over here. So this is the video where this girl pops up in a video called My Kinda Crazy. Is a Canadian video. I'll show you. So a girl pops up in the video with this guy in the video. Okay. They get such and such. Okay. Now, what I wanted to say is right here. It says Fremont. That says freedom. This says Fremont. Under 910. This says freedom on 910. Okay. That person right there is right there. There's a person in the air. Okay? It's that person right there. Okay? Okay. And the guy looks awfully like Hmm. Yeah. So then, while we have that, close that. What we're saying is, okay, there's some mysteriousness going on, because this is the same time that a pageant was won, same year if I'm not mistaken. And then, so there's obviously we got a fiddler on the roof. There's a fiddler in the video. That was Mr. Let Go, talking about how that freedom is this Fremont. And yes, this is a comment on that video left behind by there you go. So yeah, very interesting. He's got the thing on the neck. Charlie's got something on his neck. It's a voice box, because he had an explosive device in his neck, and it got damaged. So it didn't kill him. And so now, like, he's in disguise. Yeah, Charlie Exith, the Kingsman. Okay, and he's, with Poppy, so then, like the golden ring, The golden circle, my bad. That's what it's called, the golden circle, not the golden ring, the golden circle, you know. So he had a security implant in his neck. At the turning point where they were going to release the explosive, it malfunctioned because he got electrocuted by Eggsy. So it didn't kill him. He's still alive. So like that right there type of stuff went off on most people, but it didn't get him because Eggsy saved him by accidentally charging an electrical shock to it. Yeah, they're coming up with some crazy stuff about Poppy, you know, papacy. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy down here. You know, like it's pretty poppin'. You know, it's pretty poppin'. You know, and for that to be the right hand man, you know, the way in, you know, yeah, she recruited him. Yeah. So, kind of weird, huh? Yeah. And, let me see. What else we have here? What else do we have here? Well, there is one thing that Poppy does talk about that relates. I want to say it might have been maybe this? No, it's not that one. Is it this one?
I saw in you what someone once saw.
My name is Poppy Adams, CEO of the Golden Circle. We engage in an aggressive business strategy, invest in the latest technology, and take strict disciplinary action. I'm speaking to you today because our world leaders have let us all down. So we are coming out of the shadows and taking over. And to make sure no one gets in our way, Kingsman and crumpets.
What are we supposed to do now?
Let's go and save the world.
Absolutely.
Spectacular, eh?
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not that one. She talks about something specific. And that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Was it a short? It couldn't have been a short. I don't think it was a short. Yeah, I don't think it was a short. For some reason, I'm having trouble finding where she mentions it. And I promise it was just like wow, that's a big ant. That ant is big as a darn wasp over here.
Poppy, would you pass the sugar, please?
Okay, but it's really bad for you. 8 times more addictive than cocaine, 5 times more likely to cause death, but it's legal, so, you go ahead, knock yourself out. Don't get me started on tobacco and alcohol. Peddle that stuff. You're in Fortune 500, but me? No, I'm out here hiding in the middle of nowhere, homesick, because I sell drugs.
Of course. You're doing it because you're homesick.
Yes. I want freedom.
Oh. That was it. That was it. That was it. She said it. She said it, man. She said she wants freedom. She wanted to take the place of freedom. She wants to be freedom. Poppy Adams.
Nowhere, homesick, because I sell drugs.
Of course. You're doing it because you're homesick.
Yes. I want freedom. I want fame. Our profits were $250 billion last year. I am the most successful businesswoman in the world, but nobody knows who I am.
It's no longer. Right?
You're right, thank you.
Sorry to interrupt you. You wanted to sing, Madam Poppy?
Yes, Angel. In the Golden Circle, we do not sample the merchandise. We do not break the rules, which is why I have invested in robots, because they are so much more reliable and trustworthy than human beings.
So, yeah. She wants freedom. She wants fame. F and F, 6 and 6. Poppy. That in her golden circle. That is crazy how Charlie Hexeth has a freaking destroyed neck, survived, and is pretty much her right hand man. He was sitting at her right hand. It's crazy, man. It's pretty crazy. And she's like this underworld secret operations type of crazy syndicate going global and public. They say life is stranger than fiction, man. It's the thing that really got me wanting people to like stop. I think everybody is like glorifying somebody in a mistaken way because they've been deceived. And when you say these people's names over and over and over, it gives them more power, more spirit. It's the best way. People make more money. All right. And we know, for instance, there was a okay, when you repeat the name, and that's all you're hearing nowadays. So it's kind of like subliminal. You hear me? Y'all don't know what this is? Y'all don't know what this is? You don't know?
Charlie, are you bad?
Ask another question.
Alright, similar. Charlie, are you an evil spirit?
Get the fuck out of here.
Notice it's a cross.
Get the fuck out of here.
Charlie.
You are my obsession. You are
They were playing it at school, and it like a whole bunch of children. They locked down the school with military. That's how bad it got. Okay, when you say this dude's name like this, there's this spirit that comes out and starts attacking people, and in everywhere, broad daylight, and children are like usually the ones that it's really been going down with. All right, so you guys are over here saying this dude's name, and you're summoning some shit y'all don't understand. All right, so look, it says 14 million views, 15 million views, 8 million views. All right, We're talking about back in the day, though. In the school, they announced it. They showed the videos of the children squirming on the ground, fainting, can't be woken up. It was crazy. It was like before the pandemic. It was a pandemic before the pandemic. While everything was popping off in the world, the people down in, I think, Venezuela and Brazil and Colombia, was big in South America and Central America, this game. And the children were becoming possessed. And those children are the adults now that came flooding through that border. And y'all don't know what you have let in, because they've caught some of these possessed people, and they said they've done exorcisms on them, and I've witnessed them I've witnessed the videos, witnessed them catch the people, then witnessed them clean them up, and then do the exorcism video, and then the people tell you what the demon tells you who they are and what's coming to America. And they said it's a worldwide thing, and it's always been in our culture, and they've just been waiting for a door to open. And that border open was exactly, and the COVID lockdown was exactly what they needed. So since then, yeah, and now we're here with this Charlie thing, and that was very, like, supposedly he was very religious and stuff like that. So now everybody is out there saying, they're like, say his name, just say his name. And people were saying his name, and that's where you're ending up with America, is about to have a horrible possession, worshiping man. You're about to go through some serious shit. Once this hits 88 miles per hour, you're about to see some serious shit. All right? Look, they banned it.
An eerie new game making the rounds on social media and which is popular among children has forced some education officials in the region to take an unusual stance. According to media reports, the increasingly well-liked Charlie Charlie Challenge, which is similar to that of the Ouija board, is widely believed to be demonic as it uses paper and pencils to summon the dead. The practice is alleged to have resulted in demon possession or paranormal behavior in some students participating in the game at school. St. Lucia banned the game last week, and now Antigua and Barbuda and Jamaica have announced similar restrictions. Antigua and Barbuda's Minister of Education, Michael Brown, says the game has no place in the island schools, and the ministry would be adopting a zero-tolerance approach. He warned that students who break the rule would be immediately suspended with the possibility of expulsion. Meanwhile, in Jamaica, the Ministry of Education announced a similar ban, the ban following reports from several schools of very disruptive behavior by students who engaged in the game. Some reports even went as far as suggesting that students displayed demon-possessed or paranormal behavior while playing the game. Chief Education Officer Grace McLean instructed schools to monitor students to ensure they do not play the game. The Education Ministry is also calling on parents and guardians to monitor their children carefully outside of school, as based on the reviews of Charlie Charlie Challenge, there can be serious psychological effects on children. Barbadian education officials are said to be investigating the concerns surrounding the Charlie Charlie Challenge. Chief Education Officer Grace McLean instructed schools to monitor students to ensure they do not, suggesting that students displayed demon-possessed or paranormal behavior while playing the game. Chief Education Officer Grace McLean engaged in the game. Some reports even went as far as suggesting that students displayed demon-possessed or paranormal behavior.
Now, the thing is, he hit the campuses, and he has a huge thing, right? So when they chant that his name, you're gonna have this demon pop up and possess people. That is what you've called upon yourself. All right? Okay? I don't even think I even know what this word means in Hebrew. Le Char Char. That's close to Charlie. Le Char Char. And then you're saying it back. You're saying, if you say that twice, you're saying Le Char Charlie Char Char. See, you're saying his name. See? And it says to burn. What is this? Be angry, to burn, passion, kindle, melt, burn, chart, blow fiercely, glow, kindle, dry. You're calling fire down upon yourselves. Parched place, a charer. Yeah, that's about as far as that goes. Yeah. So, that's what you guys are calling upon yourself. You're calling fire down upon yourself. Upon me and my bones are burned with heat. My throat is parched. These are songs, and my bones have been scorched and hot to kindle with strife. Children were angry with me, and they were Charlie. Okay, on earth are Charlied and few. Bellows blow. Charlie has been charred. Its middle part has been charred, consumed, and it is charred and can still. Let the bones be charred, and his bronze may glow, may burn. So, yeah, man, that's crazy. And that's a prime root. Scorched. And even in the Kingsman, he got electrocuted, and then he got the thing malfunctioned and blew off his arm, but it didn't blow off his head. Everybody else's head blew off, and they got burned from inside, blew up. So yeah, this is serious. This game, and that's the thing about it. That's how they trick you guys into playing the game. A global trend. Like I said, you guys are on campus and they got people chanting this name. All right. I thought it was going to explain the origin. But no, we're talking about whole schools were getting locked down with freaking children getting possessed. And we're talking like 20, 50 students. What does it say? 22 girls possessed by the devil simultaneously after playing who? Charlie. Okay, games. I told you guys. This is July 12th, 7/12. 9 years ago. That would have been 2016. So, and what we just saw 12 and 10 years ago, they were just starting to spread globally, and it was just there from home, and then they were playing in schools. But then all of a sudden, they were saying whole schools start becoming possessed. These children are adults that came through the border now. That's what I'm saying. These people are the people that came through the border. Our children were the ones playing the games too at the same time. That's how we heard about it up here. That's how I'm telling you right now. And some of our children are the same ones out here going crazy and possessed. Oh, I don't think I was in control of my body and this and that. Bro, these games. These challenges. Challenge, Charlie, challenge. See, that's how they sound. Even the word challenge. It's like Charlie, like Challenger, burns up, exploded. Yeah, exactly. Charlie, the Challenger got charred. Okay, so 22 Colombian girls suffer mass demonic possession. They had these 22 girls possessed. And people got their children doing this stuff. And they're still playing it. Because you're looking at 2 months ago just now. I just saw it up there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how they sneak these things into the mass. They program neurolinguistically to all chant these names and chant these words, and you have no clue what you're saying. That's how I started off when I figured out with the word God. I'm like, everybody's saying this name God and everybody's saying Jesus. What do you guys, what do you know about that word, these words? Because people call my name and I answer, and I don't even know what the hell that means. And I've been on this earth that long, so I started looking up what my name meant, what the word, what the Most High's name meant, and then I've been on the journey since then. You know what I mean? And I only just recently came upon the truth by studying the Hebrew myself, just as a personal relationship with the spirit, with the love of the spirit of understanding, gave me the grace to have, like, finally, like, come to his name. Like, after all those years, I started that at 22. I'm like 41. I'm almost 42 right now. Come on, man. I started that at 22. I'm almost 41. I'm almost 42. That's how long of a journey. And I really, like I said, I only within the past 2.5 years really finally started to understand the Hebrew. Because I've only been studying that long for the past 2.5 years, daily, weekly. Sometimes whole days, just whole days, just go straight to it. But and every time I learn, I make a video. So you look at my videos; those are the days. You see, all my videos go back to 3 years when I was teaching you guys this. That was me learning, and you were learning right beside me. And there's one thing that has stuck with me for sure: Yashaya, Haya Shah Haya, because this is we're in a dangerous world, man. real dangerous world right now. Look, you got children playing this 3 weeks ago. So, like I said, man, you guys are being duped. Duped is meaning taking one thing. Look, so the devil likes to hide behind righteous and upright ideas, things that are holy, pure, so that he looks holy and pure. He likes to blend in and dress up and look clean and innocent. So those people that are on stage that they put on your face that are exactly what I just described to you, clean and innocent, holy and pure, full of light. That's what they call Lucifer in the Mason Lodge. But anyway, so pretty much you got to realize the devil's is going to dress up as an angel of light in high places and principalities. He's going to have a covenant with these people to dupe mankind. Mass. That's the only way he can get the masses, get the children. He goes after the children. And look who they look, man. Look, he's going after the children. It's mostly children playing these demonic, devilish games right here. All right? And the parents don't know. Look, and then you wonder why they end up being all different personalities and shit on your ass all of a sudden. It's because they're friends, because of what you have let in. You know what I mean? By letting them go into these public places by themselves, like at schools, where everybody just goes ahead and starts playing these games, and they go home and bring it home, then your house is haunted. Not only your house, now your school is haunted. There is no safe place for the child to go after that. And then once the place is haunted, they all leave and run up here. You got the whole damn place haunted. Now, the only thing that really catches my eye about this Charlie name is back then I only associated Charlie with fire because of Charizard, Charmander. You know what I mean? So from Pokemon. So I understood that, okay, that's the name of a dragon. Alright? Now it just so happens that this game supposedly started down south and worked its way up. Now, this is Legion. This is the children of the fallen. This is the dragon going after the children. They said the devil possessed these children simultaneously as a body, took their body like Legion, like a herd of pigs. Alright? You understand that? So now what happened is they're on top of the dragon. We're not on top of the dragon. We may be on top of something else that's on top of the dragon, but we're not flat out on top of the dragon like they are. That's why they ran up here. They are flat out on top of the dragon. So the Charlie thing, that really caught my eye. I was like, okay, they're on top of Leviathan. And that whole left wing that they're sitting on called South America, like, is possessed pretty much because they've been playing that game from the rooter to the tutor. Like I said, it done came up to high heaven all the way over here to the land of the free. Because children just, nobody, parents just, nobody, the culture was just so much pride that you fell for it. You fell for it. So much pride. Some things are supposed to be left alone and kept out. You've let that shit into your crib. And I ain't talking about your house. I'm talking about your children's rooms. You let that shit into your children's schools, your daycares. And there is no safe place for them to go. And now it's on the college campuses. And there's no safe places for them to go. Now it's in the churches. Charlie's church. Excuse me? Charlie's church. That's going to be the name of this video. Okay? Because the house of it is finally merged together. It has merged. This is the double-minded man, Charlie. Oh my goodness, that's what that is. They're doing it. And they got everybody chanting it. I ain't seen nobody chant nobody's name like this since Obama. And that is a full circle. Because since him, all of the horsemen have come. Out of nowhere, this Charlie guy is seemingly like the white horseman. And he has a bow. I need that picture. He is given a bow. And he should go out conquering. Okay. So, but the thing is, angels dressed, like demons dressed up as angels of light. No wonder they do that, because their fathers, the fallen angels, do that. They're just copying what their parents do. Okay? So, dressed up as angels of light, like, I don't know about y'all, but like, you got the lightning bolt right there for Zeus and Obama. Like I said, that's full circle. And Obama would have been sort of kind of like that. He's the white horseman more so. Also, like, there's something there. There's definitely something there between him and Obama. They have something there. Something's going on. But yeah, that's a bow right there, definitely. But it's a devil's tail too. That's what y'all don't. That's what you gotta realize. That's a devil's tail, but it's a bow. It's the dragon's tail. So wipe a third of the stars out of the sky. The tail of the dragon shall wipe a third of the stars out of the sky. That is a revelation. Oh my goodness. So the dragon was Obama. He come in, he got everybody chanting his name. Then he says, come, after Yeshaya opens up the fourth seal. Then Trump comes in as death, the weapon of death. Obama is the lightning bolt. He's the weapon of Zeus, the dragon, Satan. And Trump is the weapon of death, so he's got the trumpet. He's the trumpet. Then Biden is the weapon of Hades, because it's a pitchfork, a two-pronged pitchfork, a bident. And then Zelensky is Poseidon, because he's got the three-pronged pitchfork on his chest as a sign. Biden by name, Zelensky by sign. By Ukraine's army's symbol is the pitchfork. This is the tail of the dragon, wiping a third of the stars out of the sky. Turning Point USA, a third of the stars. So this is going to be civil war. That's civil war right there. A third of that's the only way you can wipe out a third of the stars. That means there's a secession coming. And it looks like a sea also. It's a serpent's tail, a dragon's tail, wiping out a third of the stars, and it's in the shape of a sea, like secession. Is secession? No, secession is not. Yeah, cease. Cease it starts with a C. Secess. Secede. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is 100% something else coming. He's given a bow. USA is the place of the stars. Like I said, that tail is wiping out stars. And the only other people that I see that use that symbol is the WEF. And that's a 666 right there. The W is a 6. The W is a 6. The E is a 5. The C is a 3. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 plus 5, 6. F is a 6. The W is a 6 because it's a Vav. 2 V's put together. Double V. It's a 6. Okay. Then you got this freaking C going through the 3 O's to make 3 6s. So that's 6. That's 3 66s. Straight right there in your face. All right. But yeah, very interesting. Because it's out of it's either retaliatory, out of retaliation, or out of an abundance of caution will be the excuse for secession. Retaliation or abundance of caution. That's how they lock the world down. So of course they could just go ahead and compartmentalize the same exact way. AI Hades, like I said, that's what's really calling the shots. That's why everything is not serving man's will. Like that's the big difference. That's the Y2K, where even your memory doesn't serve you. That's where you have the Mandela effect. Hades is Jade Helm Hades. I mean, Jade is Hades. The J is the H. Jade. Jesus, Jesus. Zeus is Zeus. Anyway, but this is Hades. Okay, Jade is Hades. AI. Alright? Hades is was Jade Helm 15. You take that 1 and that 5, put that together, you got a 6. Well, you're at G6. G is 7 and 6. 1776 type shit. They're trying to do it all at once. They only got it's a small window because the stars are falling. Like, we're talking about real shit. Like, as this is happening up in the sky, in the heavens, supposedly, there's signs and symbols that something is coming. The stars are moving. Time is acting weird, which is the stars. And yeah, we got 7 comets headed in, 8 comets headed in, and all this stuff. So yeah, man, like, and you know their tails are gonna just rain like stars. Like, that's the whole worry. Like, the impact, there's nothing you can do about that. But if those tails shit off millions and billions and trillions of darn space balls, space ice crystals, debris, it's gonna come down as fire and ice, weighing 100 talents each type stuff. So yeah, like, there's a lot to consider when you know about Revelations. You got to consider what can cause these things in Revelations. That's what you got to look at. That's how you see. You have to actually care about what you're hearing, and then you say, okay, well, what's that going to look like in today's fashion? That's what when you hear about the devil, you got to say, what's he going to look like in today's fashion? You know what I mean? When you hear about the word, you're going to say, hey, how is this going to look in today's fashion? That's what you got to do. Take today's fashion, you got to say, how did it look back then? And then you could understand the spirit of these things by the spirit of these things. Okay? You judge the spirit by the spirit, which is the word, the name. The name takes you back, all the way back, takes you through all the little transliterations and etymologies and stuff like that. The word is all encompassing. So you got no further to look. You don't really got to go to man. You got to go to the word. All right, and that'll set you free. The truth will set you free, not me. I'm just letting you know where to go look. When you get there, you got to have that relationship. That relationship is going to let you know what to do. But yeah, we got yeah, that's pretty interesting. All this is happening at the same time. You got wars popping off. Such a distraction. That's what I'm saying. It's all this is happening at the same time. So much is happening that it passes by like a pill with sugar. You can't even taste it. Like medicine with sugar. You can't, like, because children don't like medicine. We can tell when it's medicine. It's in a big event when it's medicine. We about to cry, especially if it's castor oil or something like that. So the parents would try to sneak it in with some sugar to catch more flies with honey. So pretty much that's what they're doing. The sugar is, you guys love death, so they give you Trump, and then because he's the trumpet of death, the harbinger of death, and Hades, which is Biden and his AI gift of invisibility, and Obama, they're all on stage, and Zelensky, they're all on stage. Hades, Poseidon, Zeus, and the dragon are all on stage. Gates, yeah, that guy's in there with him. He's double dragon with Obama, dragon brothers with Trump, all that stuff. So you got to realize that, like, that's how things came and was done, and nothing was never done about it. It's because when the next person come in and say they'll do something about it, they still kind of, like, you know, lackadaisically, nonchalantly, you know, go about, you know, doing things and kind of put you off and give you excuses until the other side can finish deflowering your truth, life, pretty much. Get away with it. Like, it's just pick and roll. That's what they're doing. One side sets the pick and the other side keeps it rolling. So you'll always, that's what yeah. It's chain of command, it's order of operation, it's all that stuff. It's supply and demand, it's economics, it's money, the love of money, all this stuff. So there's a lot in the way. There's a spirit of Legion and Jezebel. There's a lot in the way. You know what I mean? And obviously, the worst thing of all is our ignorance, ignoring the truth, which comes out of our mouth carelessly, and therefore we speak a lot of lies, because every man is a lie, and only the truth is the truth. The truth comes out, but we make it a lie because we take it for bad. Like I said, we've been taught to speak Hebrew, but we've been told that we're speaking English, and we've been taught to speak Hebrew in a perverted way. So therefore, we heap curses on ourselves even when we try to do right. It's in vain. So you have to go back to the Hebrew and realize the words that you're speaking in English, and then you'll see how far removed these words you're using. And that's true. And how often you use these words, how much of you are these words, because that's what you really got to realize. And then, like I said, the truth will set you free. You'll start to get the hang of it. But Yeah, that's the spirit of love. That's the love of the spirit of understanding. That's Hebrew. I have Ruach Kokmah Asayah, the work of Yah. So, you know, you gotta have that. You gotta have the love of the Father. Or else these things are gonna be pretty hard to come by, if possible. So, yeah, man. All I gotta say is, you guys be careful out there, man. Like, don't just be falling for any old thing. You guys go out there. If something catches your eye, if something entertains you, entertainment is the highest form of exorcism. Okay, so if something entertains you, famously, fame is foolishness also. So don't be pursuing that. Blasphemy. That's what fame is. Blasphemous fame. So, you know what I mean? And having fun, something makes you feel like you're having fun with something. Maybe you should do a little bit more research on those things. Like actually look at the roots and the histories of these things. Not just looking at, you know, how things work and just to be, you know, go along to get along. No, actually go and research what the hell you're doing out there in this world, so you can follow through and know what you're truly doing in this world. You don't want to be responsible for some shit that you truly don't want to be responsible for. You know what I mean? So, and you do want to be responsible for the thing that gives you power to be responsible for the things that you do care about, by knowing the good and evil, knowing the difference, the tree of life, the tree of good and evil. You know what I mean? The tree of knowing good and evil, the tree of knowledge and stuff like that. Like, you got to realize that, like, once you're move from one, you move to the next. So you got some knowledge, now you got to know this good and evil. You know what I mean? You know that there's legion, but now you got to know the good and evil. Okay, the difference between the Most High's legions and the legions of hell. You got to know the difference. You know what I mean? Between the language, the legion of the alignment, the alliance of Hebrew, this the love of the spirit of Yah, and English, which is Latin and Anglo-Saxon. I mean, Legion and Angels of Satan. So pretty much, like I said, man, you don't want to get caught up in this Charlie thing. I highly recommend you guys possibly just go call him by last name or something, maybe, so that you don't be repeating hit that word, that name. Like I said, people are named, they named him like that on purpose. You know what I mean? So you gotta take that with a grain of salt. Violence always happens around CKs and KCs. I'll just let you know that anyway. So you just gotta go back and look in history, and you'll notice, like Kansas City, Missouri, like type of shit. All right. So you really gotta pay attention to the word. The signs, you know what I mean, are there. I'm gonna go ahead and put this video in, and I said we're gonna call this video Charlie's Church. Charlie's Church. Charlie challenges the church. In the White House. Okay, let's see if they actually said that. What? Wait a second. I think I remember them saying that. They were telling people to just say his name. Let's go over here. I'm gonna go to news. They're naming roads after him. Starbucks is a trip. Okay. I don't even have Instagram. Yeah. They didn't give it no no audio. That's one. What do you notice? What do you notice? What do you see? Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you see? I told you. I already told you. What do you see, guys? Let's go over here. What do you see? What do you see?
An eerie new game making the rounds on social media and which is popular in some students participating in the game at school.
Bam.
St. Lucia banned the game last week and now in...
All right. What do you see? Bam. What do you see? Bam. What do you see? Bam, bam. What do you see? Bam, bam. Exactly. The crosses. The red crosses. Chanting the word. Yeah. And you wonder if that's wind blowing that? Well, you know wind's blowing that. And you know he's getting possessed? Well, it's going global. I told you guys. They got him on campus chanting his name. They're chanting his name. That's what they're doing, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this a video, bro.